Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Start Over Saturday, and we are going to pick out a new picture out of Summer Scenes by Teresa Goodridge, because Teresa Goodridge is our Artist of the Month. Let's see, who do we have here? Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Ghost. Good morning, Christina, and good morning, Mona. Good morning, Kenny. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Shell. Shell, I am wonderful. How are you, dear? Long time no see. I've missed you. So we will be picking a picture out of Summer Scenes, and we will be finishing this picture today. I did do a little bit, but I didn't get as much done as I wanted to. But we will get it finished today, whether or not I, have to color for longer. And hello, Nightbot. So how is everyone today? How was your week? Today is my 17th date anniversary. So I met my husband 17 years ago today. Awesome. Can't wait until you're all done. And then you can sit back and go, ah. Hello, Jen. Oh, you went on a trip, Kenny. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? What'd you do? I missed it, obviously. Hello, Devessa. Welcome. Hello, Emmy. So yeah, today, 17 years ago, I met my husband. Good morning, Della. Thank you. Not a problem at all, Dawn. Good morning, Alex. Yeah. And as you saw on Friday, I already have my anniversary prezzies. He spoiled me, but that's not anything new. He always spoils me because he's wonderful with that. So as you can see, the potting shed is coming along. It's just not coming along as quickly as I wanted to. Oh, okay. Ah. Well, I'm glad that you made it there and back safe and sound. Oh, thank you, Shell. All right, so you guys have a choice. Do we finish this first and then choose the picture, or should we choose the picture first and then color? What do you guys think? Finish then. So finish and then choose, or choose and then finish? Choose the picture. Choose the picture. All right. Choose then color. Okay. So the choose then color got both. Thanks. Thank you guys very much. All right, so we're going to quickly choose the picture. So I'll show you the choices, and then we will color the rest of the potting shed. So here's choice number 1. I know, you're always happy to help. Hello, Stacy, welcome. So there's choice number 1, the lighthouse. Choice number 2 is the boats. And choice number 3 is the lemonade. Thank you, Kenny. So we will do a poll of number 3, number 2, or number 1. So 1, 2, or 3. All right, so there's our poll coming up. So number 1, number 2, which is the boats, or number 3, the lemonade. So please get your votes in there. So there's number 3, number 2, and number 1. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Yes, let your choices be heard because your choice matters. Here, anyway. So there's number 3, number 2, and number 1. Thank you. It's a really thin little hoodie, and it is really comfortable. Go to your polling stations now. So there's number 1, number 2, and number 3. You hit the wrong page. Uh, you guys are silly. So there's number 1, number 2, or number 3. Oh dear. And the choo-choo train says number 2. See, there he goes again. Actually, he's only blowing it once, so he says number 1. So there's number 1, number 2, or number 3. So we have 16 votes and 21 viewers. Let's get our votes in. Nothing in mind, but you never know with those guys. So 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. All right, we've got 16 votes and 21 viewers. And I'm going to call the vote soon, so get your votes in. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. It's the Splenda. You gotta watch that Splenda stuff. She'll hype out on it. No pressure, folks. None at all. 1, 2, or 3. Don't worry, the mods don't have your addresses and we'll never get it. So so 3, 2, or 1. Like I said, none of the mods have your addresses, so don't worry. 1, 2, or 3. Yes, there is definitely a little bit of glass in there. No, none of them have your addresses. They are all great choices. And I'm not making you choose what three at least. I went through and chose the three. So there's one, two, or three. I actually chose ones that each have a challenge in them for me. The challenge in this one is, of course, glass. I do color glass, but not very often. So coloring the glass and then, of course, having everything behind the glass is quite challenging to me. And this one here, the challenge to me is pretty much everything. Um, making it look like it's on the water and that sort of thing. And this one here is, of course, light sources, making sure that the lights are seen properly. I don't know. I don't think so. They're tied. Oh dear. So we have 17 votes, 21 viewers. So we need to get some more votes in there from you guys. So we have number one. Yeah, the reflection in the water is definitely something that is the challenge in this one. So one, two, and three. So one, number three, number two, or number one. So let's go. We've got 17 votes and 21 viewers. So there's somebody lurking out there that hasn't voted. Come on, all my wonderful little lurkers. I'm not sure if you can see the poll on a phone, so that might be a problem. Yes, I will do a vote for the top two if it ties. So, one, two, or three. So, three, two, or one. Okay, so there's one, two, or three. Thank you, Alex. Number three is in the lead. All right, last chance. Everyone, get your votes in. I'm going to count down because we have been running the vote for 7 minutes. So it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And number three is our winner. So we are going to be doing the lemonade table. Thank you all very much for voting. I appreciate you all. And we will be starting on the lemonade table after we finish up with the potting shed. Awesome. Okay, thank you, Kenny. So that is our picture for next week. Wonderful lemonades and sunflowers. We've got some sunflowers in there too. It's always sugar-free lemonade. Otherwise, I can't drink it. All right, so we're going to continue on with this picture. Now, I had it in my head how to do this, what I was going to do with this. So Yes, exactly. Now back to our previously scheduled show. So we're going to start with Tyrian Purple on these flowers here. Getting those shadows in there. Trying to make sure that you guys can see past my hand, but these are very, very tiny, so you may not be able to see all the way past my hand. I noticed that with the playback of the speed coloring, that with these flowers down here, my hand was in the way a lot, so I apologize for that. But unfortunately, they're very tiny. Awesome, Alex. Enjoy your trip. Just remember to pack for the hotel. You know what I'm talking about. All right. So I'm just going around the centers of the flowers with the Tyrian Purple. Some of the petals have a little bit more definition than others, so it's a little bit easier with some of the petals. See, everybody knows what I'm talking about. All right. And then we're going to grab the next one, which is, I am still using the Sharpier Farben for this week. And then I'm going to use some French lavender. And we have a couple of new things coming up that we'll talk about as I'm coloring. We have, of course, next month's Artist of the Month to choose. And we have a new series that will be starting probably on Friday because I got a very special present for my anniversary. And we will be doing something cool with that stuff. Of course, I will show you the anniversary present on Friday as well. I haven't done the prep stuff for the video, so I'm not ready to show too much. Yes, a new series. Oh goodness, that is warm, Della. It is cold and cloudy down here. Now I'm going in with periwinkle flower. The next picture that we're going to color, the lemonade stand, I am going to use the Brazilian pencils, the Tray Vibes, so that you guys can see how they work and the pretty colors, and so I can play with them. You know, basically, when I choose a set of pencils, it's because I either haven't played with them a lot, or they're new, or I missed them. I do have a tendency to miss my pencils. So as you saw with the Uni Mitsubishi anniversary set, they do come in, they come with a little booklet. And in the little booklet is a little uh, bit in the end of the booklet that has all of the pencils in alphabetical order. So what I was thinking, and you guys can tell me if this is a good idea or not, um, is finding a book that has some small little things in them and challenging myself to an alphabetic challenge where I just take the pencils out of that set that are in the A's and in the B's and the C's and so forth. That was one of the new series challenges that I was thinking of doing. Would you guys want to see that, or does that sound too blasé? Yeah, that's the way it was here the other day, Ghost. It was hot and muggy and ugh. Go outside and you couldn't breathe. Yes, as in the color name. So each color name, in the back of the book, each color name is listed in alphabetical order with the other names from that alphabetical letter. So I am using moss green. I'm sorry I didn't tell you what color I was using. I got too busy talking. And I'm using the moss green to shadow the flowers as well as put the dark vein area in the center of the leaves. Yes, I do know my alphabet. I could even sing it for you. There are 240 pencils in the Uni Mitsubishi anniversary set. So it would be a series from A to Z. All right, now I'm going to use a bit of vanilla flour for the centers because I forgot to do that. And they're bugging me. All right, and then the pencils that I'm going to use for the alphabet challenge are the Uni Mitsubishi. This is avocado. Oh, it's a broken. Yeah, I don't have too many well, I guess I could use the um, postcards from Color Pocket. I do have those. Oh, goodness, Dawn. I hope you are okay. I hate it when I have nightmares like that. Sometimes they resonate with me for hours after I wake up. I haven't decided what books or that sort of thing to do that in. I was thinking of those little tiny pictures in both Joanna Basford's books and Rita Berman's books. And that way I could do a small picture with each alphabetical challenge. So it wouldn't take like 3 days to do a picture. I love those little picture things because I can color an entire one, feel very accomplished in coloring the entire thing, and not have the entire week on one picture because I just wanted to color a little bit. So Joanna Basford's World of Wonders has a lot of nice little pictures in them, and of course Rita Berman's has some nice pictures as well. Yes, it's an itty bitty alphabet challenge. That is true, Ghost. That is a really good idea. Thank you. That's an awesome idea. So there is our purple flowers down there. Now we're going to do the birdhouse. I like that idea, Ghost. I'm going to write that one down in my little book of ideas here. Just give me a second. I gotta find a pen or a pencil. There. Wrote that down in my little book of ideas. That is a good idea. Hello, Larissa. Yeah, Joanna does have a new book coming out in October as well. But I think we can go in between the postcards, the Joanna book, and the Rita Berman books, depending upon how many pencils are in the um, in the pot for that letter, because some are going to have way more pencils than others, and I want to give each of the pencils a good shot at being used. So, like the X, Y, and Z may not have a lot of pencils in them, so we can do something smaller like one of the small pictures with that, if that makes sense. What do you guys think of that? Yeah, Yeah, I do too. I really, really like them, especially when I need to test pencils for a larger project in those books. So. All right, so we've got the outline done in dark brown. Now we're going to come off of that a little bit with espresso, and just do the very darkest of the shadows, like under the bird here, under this edge. Hello, Wicca. Yep, that is a great idea, Larissa. Thank you, Kenny. Yeah, this is a really nice book, so. All right. Hello, Joyce. Welcome. Oh dear. And now we're going in with honey brown. And then on top of that, we're going to be changing out, well, we'll be adding a video to Friday. And we won't be removing Fun Stuff Friday. If there's something new in my collection, I will be showing it. However, there will be a secondary video series as well that will be happening on Fridays. And I think you guys will be thrilled with that one. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, just that to keep your eyes open for it. All right, and there's our little birdhouse. All right, Shell, thank you so much for stopping in. It has been absolutely wonderful to see you. Awesome. Thank you, Wicca. I'm not teasing you. I don't, red, Alex. All right, now we're going to do our little bird, and we're going to do him blue again, just like the other little birds there. So we're going to take indigo, if I can find the right indigo, and we're going to do his shadowy feather areas here, and down on his tail, and his underbelly. He's just a very tiny bird, so we're not going to do too much on him. Then we're going to grab a bit of French blue. And then we're going to grab our white. Yes, both. that sounds good. Yum. When it's nasty outside, I stay inside and either color or clean the house. Sometimes I have to do adulting things, and that's never fun, so then I color afterwards. Like yesterday, I had to do adulting things, but then I had non-adulting things show up, so I got to stop doing the adulting things. I'm not telling you what it was that showed up because that's a part of the surprise for Friday when I get them all ready and set up. All right, so there's our little bird done. Now we're going to do our basket here. So we're going to grab our espresso, and we're going to do our weave in our edges and our shadow areas. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, and then we're going to take our, nope, not that one, this one. I want to retire, yeah. Oh, awesome, Larissa. Yeah, exactly. I color, I do housework, I nap. Yeah. Now, because this one here is closer to the tree, I'm putting a lot more of the darker colors into it than I did over here. Yeah, if you hit, I do believe it's exclamation point Larissa, it will give you her channel name and address. The link to her channel. All right, now we're going to go back to the greens. So we need eucalyptus tree. And we're just going to make sure that we try to get to as many of the leaves as we can. Sometimes as you're coloring, you notice new ones, especially with small things like this. Yes, no retiring at 44. Nice try, girls. It'd be nice though, but okay, I think I've got most of the leaves. Oh, missed some. See what I mean? They just pop out after you think you're all done. Well, that one might actually be a flower. I'm just going to color it as a leaf. There's not enough definition there for me to color it as a flower. So just going in behind the flowers and doing a bit of shadowing there with the eucalyptus. Hello, Pamela. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for that. Yes. I went back to work just for the fun of it. Actually, I went back to work to help a friend of mine, so I was happy to do it. All right, now we're going to use avocado again. And as you can tell, this is one of my favorite greens in this set. It, my other avocado is like this big. Not even, because it's already got the numbers gone off of it, so it is quite small. So I can't even replace this one with that one. I've replaced that one with this one. Now I'm not going all the way to the end of the leaves, because I'm going to be using some lighter green on them as well. Little tiny things are hard to get a lot of detail in, but worth it in the end because it does give them a lot of contrast and a lot of interest. Yeah, don't throw that around. All right, so now I'm going in with lime. How you doing, Pamela? And just blending it all together and filling out that area that I stopped the medium greens at. Okay. Now because we did this side with the purple, I'm going to do this side with the yellow. And, or should I do it? I think the blue maybe. No, I'll do it with the yellow. And then down here we'll mix the blue and the purple. So I'm going to grab Bumblebee. Well, in actuality, Ghost, it's not a late lunch here because it's not even lunchtime yet. Here in Oregon, it isn't lunchtime until I finish the stream, so it's a late breakfast, but it's not a late lunch. So it's basically brunch. you. Well, see, that's the thing. You're going to have to move to Oregon, and then it's only, 10:43. Now I'm going through with the hot sun. Ah, what to order, Della? Pancakes. Crepes. Yeah. Strawberry crepes. That's what you should order. And now I'm going to go in with some bronze. You would be awake because if you lived in Oregon, I would come up to your house and wake you up. Cereal. All right. Almost done with the yellow flowers here. See, that would work, wouldn't it? I'm a really good alarm clock, ask my boss. My dog's a really good alarm clock too, even when you don't want her to be. She woke me up at 6 o'clock this morning. I'm going to take a quick second here and just straighten myself out and drink some coffee. Read through chat because I miss y'all. Oh, yeah, milk kind of helps with cereal unless you eat it dry or unless it's oatmeal, and then you can just, I have a Wolf Malamute. See, I wouldn't have to sneak past the pit mix because all I'd have to do is actually knock on the door. You would be awake. All right, going in with the green again. So we're going to actually use a different green this time. And I'm going to start with the moss green. I wouldn't have to sneak nowhere. I know how loud my dog barks. I can imagine how loud your dog's going to bark when I knock on the door. If you can sleep through that, then oh. You are a deeper sleeper than I am. 'Cause I can't sleep through that. Just going through and doing the back shadow green area. Because even though there's something under my page. Even though there's not any definition there, you just assume that it's going to be green with all the greenery from the flowers. And I completely missed this part of the planter. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That is true. Eating dry cereal does take longer. Because then you can do it with your fingers and one at a time or two at a time. All right. Now we're going to take this one here, which is apple green. And we're going to do our back colors here. I missed that leaf. With the dark green, so I'll have to go back through. With areas like this, it is just so much easier just to blanket color the whole thing and go back and put in some more definition if you need it. Because there's lots of little bits going on, but not a whole lot of definition, if that makes sense. All right. Okay, so there's our greenery. And now we're going to go back in here and we're going to just add a little bit more of the definition to the leaves. Under here, this leaf section here that I missed. Same with this one. Sometimes it's just easier to see where things are once you start getting color on it. Alright, now we're going to take our purple, deep purple, and we're going to start on the spears here. Because we want them all to be the same color. So I'm doing this fairly lightly because I've got a blue purple that needs to go on that area up there on the edges. Now we're going to take, I think it's this one, yeah, violet. And we're going to fill it in. And then we're going to take our indigo. And we're going to just go down the edges. Like so. Awesome Ghost. I love that color wheel. Yeah, it's one of my favorite color wheels. And then I'm just going to take a little tiny bit of Tyrian purple and put it here in the center area, just to make it stand out a little bit more. So we're going to start with our deep purple. And there's another little one here behind this flower. So we're going to color that one fully deep purple. Munching carrots is always great. I like munching carrots. All right, now we're going to go in with the violet. Again, around the edges, leaving that small areas in the center open for light source, for the light to hit it. All right, and then we're going to go in with the indigo. Adding that blue contrast color. And then the Tyrian purple, just to finish it off with a little bit of a red. All right, now we've got two little flowers here, so we're going to actually do those in yellow. So we're going to use Hot Sun. And we're going to use brown. So this is honey brown. And I'm just going to put little flicks in it. Like so. Absolutely not a problem at all. All right. And then we're going to start on our blues. So we're going to take this one here, which is our Blue Lagoon, and we're going to work on these ones down here. I still haven't decided what color to do the pot. I think I just might do it in another terracotta pot. Okay, and then we're going to take our French blue and give it a good sharpen. And we're going to go around the edges of the center. And I did find my glitter, my gold pens that I was looking for. And I did do the rest of the sign as well. So as you can see, I did finish that part. I found them. They were in my Gen bag that goes in my car for when I need to color in the car, and I completely forgot that I put them there. I call it my Gen bag because Jen gave it to me for my birthday last year. For my last birthday. So it's my Gen bag. Makes me think of her. All right, now we're just going to go in with just a slightly darker. So this one here is Centauri Dreams. We're going to get into those shadowy areas with the Centauri Dreams just to make those flowers look like they are behind instead of all one place. The random things I think of when I'm talking to you guys. Awesome. Yeah, I love that color wheel. It is one of the best color wheels I have ever found. Now I'm going to take some white and I'm going to drag that light blue and dark blue together and touch the tips of the flowers with some white. Now you can of course do this with a blender pencil. I like to do it with white because it does lighten the darker blues, making the color look more transitional. And then we're going to take our, I need my orange. Let's grab a proper orange here. And I'm going to do the centers of the flowers orange. Like that. Now for the flowers up here, first of all we're going to grab a little bit of this, I think it was this one that I used, yeah, of the ginger brown, and we're actually going to fill in behind here because that's part of the door. And then we'll grab a little bit of this just to tone it down a little. So this is espresso, because we don't want that as red as it was looking. And just to tone it down just a touch more, I'm going to take a little bit of black in there as well. There we go. That's better. Now for these ones we're going to start with indigo. These ones are going to be darker blues with a touch of purple in them. So unlike these, which were purple with a touch of blue in them, these will be blue with a touch of purple in them. Yeah, I never learned any of the color theory stuff other than what I've learned from you guys and from other YouTubers. I didn't take art class in high school or in any of those sorts of places. So I wasn't, other than what I've learned on my own, I haven't been too concerned about the color theory of it. Just, you know, what colors look good together and what colors work the best together, especially when you're having a hard time choosing colors. The color wheel comes in very handy. Hairball. I still need to look at that book. Jen, can you link the book so everybody knows what you're talking about? Because I'm quite sure they don't know it as hairball. That is what it translates to, but yeah, yesterday I spent the entire afternoon scrubbing the walls, and tomorrow I may end up spending part of the afternoon washing the carpets. And I found another leaf. There's a leaf right here. So let's get that leaf while we're looking at it. Otherwise I'll forget it's there. And then we'll have another leaf to color. Alright, now we're going to take our periwinkle flower. And we're going to come off of that blue indigo. Again, not coming all the way to the end, just going to add some white to the tips of those flowers. Like so. So Bob subscribes to a bunch of different loot boxes. And if you don't know what a loot box is, it's a box from a company that sells little things or provides little things. And one of his loot boxes is a sci-fi box. And yesterday he handed me something out of his sci-fi box that is hilarious and may be seen on the channel at some point. If you want to see it, I can show it to you, but it's funny. And he gave it to me for the channel in case I needed a new one. So as soon as I finish up these, I'll show you. Alright, now we're going to just finish up the final part here on the signs, and then I'll show you. Yes, it shows the link. If you copy and paste it from Amazon, it will show the link. It does not show your account. Alright, and then we've got our little pot here. So we're going to quickly do that in some terracotta colors. So we're going to start with caramel. I forgot about the little pot. We're almost done with this bottom part of the page. And I'm going to use a little bit of ruby brown. Thank you, Jen. So Hairball is a coloring book, and Jen just linked the link to it. It's really cute, but I didn't want you all looking on Amazon for a book called Hairball. because that's not what it's called. It just translates to that. Although it would have been funny. And hairball is Emmy's fault, yes. Oh, actually, I've got a couple of things to show you after I'm done this part. And then we're going to take the blue and the purple. Like so. All right. Okay, I'm going to switch you over to the main camera here so you can see the bottom all done up. So the only thing that we have left to work on is the tree and, of course, the sky. So you want to see the funny thing that Bob gave me? Awesome. Not a problem at all, Larissa. Thank you, Alex. So who wants to see the funny thing that Bob gave me from his loot box? Y'all ready? He gave me a new eraser. Isn't that awesome? So yes, he gave me a Voltron eraser. And his little legs and arms and everything come off. And you can erase with them. Yeah, so I have a Voltron eraser. That is awesome. All right, so back to the regularly scheduled things. Let us start on the tree. And I need, this, I have a couple more here. So this is brown. And this one is chocolate. So let's start with chocolate in the undersides of the tree here. Of course I'm going to use it. I'm going to test it first to make sure that it doesn't leave color behind. But yeah, I am going to use it. Yeah, my husband is funny. I thought it was hilarious. My kids used to watch that show religiously. My oldest especially. He actually used to make me record it when he went to school. So he could watch it when he got home from school. When he was younger. Back when you still had, VHS recorders on your TVs. Yeah, he used to make me record it. Kids are so funny sometimes. And then they become adults, and then they're not so funny sometimes. Teenagers, young adults. So I'm just going down the back side or the underside of the tree trunk here where it's not going to get as much of the sunshine as everywhere else. I'm also putting in the shadow from the fence because the tree is behind the fence. Put in a big enough shadow down there. Excuse me. All right, now we're going to continue on off of that. I'm going to turn my page a little bit here so I can get in the right direction with the brown. The first one we used was chocolate. Now we're using brown. And we're just enhancing that shadow a little bit, bringing it out into the rest of the tree trunk. Like that. Putting in those shadows. Yes, that is true. That is true. My kids say I have a very morbid sense of humor, so I find things funny that shouldn't be funny. Which is true, I do. Alright, now we're going to actually add a bit of green. So we have our mold green here. Ah, that's funny. You can, you can have him, call Bob up and ask him, but he might call Bob up and tell Bob to stop. Which, Bob will promptly ignore, but he he may contact Bob and say, "Hey man, you're giving us all hefty things to live up to here." So I'm using the mold into the knotted areas, so the areas where the knots are, as well as in the crooks of the branches here, where that water is going to get in and cause a little bit of moss growthage. I know that's not a word, but it is now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he'll say knock it off. My husband will sort of, go, yeah, no, no. Well, I must say that my things that he has done for my anniversaries over the years. This one is an inexpensive one because he has bought me expensive things over the years, like hello, honey, like my car or the house or. Jen wants you to call Bill because their anniversary is tomorrow, and let him know what he should be doing for their anniversary. How to spoil your wife. Now those are classes that everybody will take. I know a lot of wives who will make their husbands take it. He hasn't gotten it yet. He's still working on getting it. It has processes it has to go through. I got all my presents a lot quicker than he got his. I was actually very, very impressed and surprised at how quickly they came. So I'm going back and forth on the trunk of the tree with maple and honey brown and building that color for the tree trunk. All right. Still moving up the tree trunk, blending into that darker shadowing area and the greens with the honey brown and extending it out into that lighter tone there. Now, as you all know, trees don't have a lot of one color in them. They're a blend of different colors, different textures, and that sort of thing. And as you will probably see here in a few moments, after we get the tree trunks done, these trees are going to be kind of special. They're special. In what other set? So the orangish color on the tree trunk, so this darker color here is just listed as brown or, yeah, is brown. So I don't know if the honey brown and the maple are enhancing that color, but I can go through and take a look at my charts and see if anything pops out that is close to the same color in any of my other sets. But yeah, it's just listed as brown. And we're going to go in with the honey brown. Okay, I'll take a look. I I will take a look at those three and let you know. I think you're in my Discord, so just send me a Discord message. DM me so I can make sure I'm sending the right message to the right person. You guys are so cute. They both got new stoves because they, Jen's fridge died and then the next day Alex's stove died, so they both got new stoves. All right, so going in with the chocolate in our shadow areas. Now I'm going to leave that area there as a bit of moss. So I'm going to use that mold green. Hello, Dion. Going into the moss area with some mold green. Like that. And then we're going to take a little bit more of the chocolate. Just going to put that shadow in there. And we're going to come up the rest of the tree here. I've got some little branches back here. Like so. Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate that. Yes, the colors on the floor and of the shed are also the same mixture that I'm using for the tree. So it's honey brown, maple, and brown. And I think I threw in a little bit of espresso on that as well. All right, so I'm going to add some brown. That's all going to be shadowed up there at the top of the tree. And then we're going to add the maple. All the way up that trunk. All right, Dion, feel better, darling. I hope that the headache goes away. I hate headaches. Headaches suck. So I'm going through with the honey brown now. Just building it into that yellow, toning down a little bit of that light brown color. Getting up to the corner here. Like that. All right, so that is, oh, and I'm off screen. Sorry guys. I completely forgot to move the page. Doing the same thing all the way up the tree. There we go. Thank you guys. All right. So there we have our tree trunks, and I'm going to do this one pretty much the same way. So I'm going to start with, of course, the chocolate. We're going to put in our shadow here from the shed, as well as our knots. And then the shadow from the canopy as well. Hopefully you guys can see. And then And of course we're going to do the underneath. Bringing that in there. Okay, good. And then I'm going in with the mold through here. I'm going to blame it on Shannon. She's not here to go, uh-huh, ahem, and let me know that I'm out of screen. I know she's lurking, so that's why I'm blaming her. Then we're going in with our brown. Yeah, yeah, it's a lovely fall book. Love Karen's work. It's just so cute. All right, and then we're going to go through with the maple. Oh yeah, there's always lots of mushrooms in Karen's work because it's a fantasy. It's a fairy world. Gnomes and fairies and all of those things have to have somewhere to live. And they live in mushrooms. That's just where they live. It is, but it's okay. We like Shannon. Shannon keeps everybody, on their toes and behaving, and keeps me in screen. She's probably got other things to do, though. It is Saturday. All right. Yeah. Yep, Shannon and Tanya. I haven't seen either of them this morning. Tried to watch Tanya's stream yesterday, but I had to adult. All right, going in with the chocolate. Shh. Hi, Shannon. Told you she was there lurking somewhere. Welcome, welcome. They all missed ya. I haven't started coloring pink yet, so Tanya will be along shortly. She's waiting for the pink. Told you she was lurking. She's always lurking. Which is perfectly fine because she has so much to do and so little time to do it all in. So she is welcome to lurk away. She comes to visit and vocalizes her presence when it's needed. Yeah, That's what I figured. She just comes in and says, "Hey, you, stop it." Can you come move my furniture around too? I've got to move it out of the living room into somewhere else so I can wash the carpets. I don't wanna. That's why her nickname is Lurky, because she's always lurking. All right, now we're going to do the bows here. I think I'm going to need to sharpen my brown because I'm making a mess. Yeah, I gotta do that at some point. I used to have some. I don't know where they went. I think I lent them to somebody and then never got them back. I do that a lot. I used to lend things to people when I was sick, and I wouldn't remember lending them to people because I was sick. Then I'd just, not know where they were, so figure I lost them. All right, so just going through and doing the thinner bows. Now I'm going to add the honey brown. I did the brown, and then I'm doing the honey brown. Ah, there's our angel. Told you she was waiting for the pink. Just getting these bows done here. These little branches. Alex, don't steal her halo. It's already tarnished enough. Dented, scratched. I think the dog ran off and buried it once or something. All right, now for the fun part. So we've got all the bows done. Now, what color do you think we're going to color the canopy? Oh, poor Cheefers. He's still in the cone. Oh, I'm sorry, Mona. Welcome back. Yes, your poor Halo has been through a lot. So what color do you think we're going to color the canopy? Tanya A. Tanya. We are going to color the canopy pink. All right, so we're going to start with fuchsia pink, and we're going to do the areas behind the boughs. So these are our shadow areas, the under part of the canopy. So it's going to be darker down in these areas. Oh, actually, that is not the right area. Hold on. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. I just colored the wrong area. That area is going to be blue. We don't want that area pink. Nobody saw that. Didn't happen. Alright, so those areas are blue. Those areas are blue. Now this area here is pink because of this canopy here. So we're going to cover these bottom parts of the canopy. So little definition, so we're just going to have to go with it. And we are still using, oh, no, that's the wrong pink. I was using Sassy Pink, and I don't need to be using Sassy Pink. Supposed to be using Fuchsia Pink. After Fuchsia Pink will be Sassy Pink. So just doing the bottom part of the canopy where it's in the shadows. Awesome, Wicca, welcome back. Just going to go under these leaves here because they're going to have a shadow. So some areas that are defined, that are giving some definition, I'm going to put shadows under those definitions. Because we'll be coloring them a different color. Under here as well. Going underneath here. So again, it's a very defined. So we have to go through and just give ourself the definition, add our own kind of areas where it's going to show dark and light and all that fun stuff, and work with that. It's going to be darker there. It's going to be darker here. And under here. Like so. Now I'm going to bring the canopy right up to the corner. So all of this is going to be canopy all the way up here. Has he been nervous? Because I know he can have nervous issues. So I know Charlotte chews when she's nervous. The poor little jeepers. Alright, still working on this branch, and then we'll move to the next branches as well. Okay, do a little bit of there, and just a little bit in here. Alright, now we're going to go into our Sassy Pink, which has a little touch of purple in it. And we're just going to come off of that. And just lightly bring it in. Actually, I should have done that, a little bit of that. Yeah, absolutely. I used to say little tiny chiefers. Alright, now we're coming in with that Sassy Pink. And then into the Sassy Pink, we're going to add pink bubblegum. And then I think it's this one. No. Then we're going to add some blooming bouquet into our lightest areas here. Into our little leaves. Like so. We're going to come through here with the bubble gum. Like so. Then we're going to go back in with the sassy pink here. Um, yeah, that's weird. Yeah, sassy pink like you. And I'm just going to put some definition in the leaves here. And then we're going to add some blossom pink. So any of the defined areas, I'm going to go in with the blossom pink so that they stand out a little bit more. Alright, so again with the sassy pink. Building off of that fuchsia pink there. And then we're going to go over it with bubble gum. Lightening it up as we get closer to the edge where the light is going to be filtering through. I'm just going to add the bubble gum here. And then we're going to add a little bit more sassy pink off of the deep pink down here. So off of the fuchsia pink. Give the leaves a little bit of definition. Hard to give them definition when they're just squiggly lines. But I'm doing my best. I'll make it work. Alright, now we're going to go in with the blooming bouquet. Add that to these defined leaves. And of course, bringing it down to the edges here so that it softens that area down there. Like so. Hello, Catherine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just going to take a quick second break here while I take a sip of coffee. You're allergic to Florida. Get out, get out. All right, going to go in here with the Sassy Pink, extending that dark area. Now this area here doesn't have a lot of leaf structure, so we will put the Sassy Pink in most of the areas, and then we'll go through with the Bubblegum Pink. All right, drive carefully, Wicca. Then we're just going to gently put in some bubble gum. All right. And again with the Sassy here. Again, using the lighter dark pink down here at the end because the light is going to be filtering through there. Getting that Sassy Pink in there. Basically just going through, making little swirls, building color, and trying to branch them all together. I am going to put my own little definition here because it kind of just ends in midair there, so we don't want that. Oh dear, Catherine, I hope you get rid of those soon. Migraines are no fun at all. So I'm just going to put in a little bit of a definition there. You can barely tell. Now we're going to go with the bubble gum. Bring that bubble gum down. Oh, I'm sorry. I know how that feels though. I've had migraines my whole life. So I do know how that feels. They just suck. Although I have found since changing my diet because of my dietary restrictions, I have been getting them less than I used to. I still get them, I just don't get them as much. All right, now I'm going in with the Blooming Bouquet. And we're just going to use this down here on leaves down here, giving them that lighter, light touched look. With up here. Nice. Thank you for watching it. I appreciate that. Ooh, the drive-through. Fast food. I'm just going through and blending everything with the lightest pink. Giving it a little bit of that airy light look. On the edges there. Alright, and the same with this area here. Just going to blend that together. And then we'll finish this other branch here. Ah, I don't think we have that here. Alright, so now we're going back in with the sassy pink. Oh, nice. I miss milkshake, having a nice thick milkshake. We used to have a little drive-in. I won't say drive-through because it wasn't a drive-through. It was a drive-in restaurant out in on Vancouver Island, and they had the best milkshakes ever. It's going through with the sassy pink, bringing it into the center area of the branch. Now there's not a lot of definition in this part of the branch, so we're just going to wiggle the sassy pink in and out. And there's a couple of small leaves that will put a little bit of the light pink on, but mostly everything is going to have the sassy pink and the bubble gum. Now we're going to go through with the bubble gum. Oh goodness. I don't know if I could do a watermelon milkshake. That might be one that I wouldn't be able to do. Watermelon gives me heartburn. Just the flavor of watermelon gives me heartburn. It's weird. I don't know if it's because I ate too much watermelon and my body just finally said, nope, that's enough of that. Or if I just have a weird thing with watermelon. Now I am going to blend it together with the light pink. Now this is the blossoming pink. Just to fill in all the areas here. And then I'm going to hit the main screen after I finish these branches here, just so you can see how it's going to look with the rest of the branches. And then I think we may have to call it a day, and I may have to finish the rest of it off screen because I am already over my time, but that's okay. It's not like anybody is going to be coming on right after me. Of course, Amazon Tammy does start at 2 o'clock if she is streaming today. So that is in approximately 2 hours. So if you want to head on over there and say hello, if you don't already subscribe to her, make sure that you do subscribe. If you want to find her channel, just hit ! Amazon Tammy. She is a fantastic Australian who just is such a joy to watch. Most of the YouTubers are just so fun to watch. There's not enough hours in the day, though. Possibly. I haven't tried that, but I will take a look at it because I like green olives. I don't know what it is with watermelon. It's just watermelon that does it to me. I have something called NERD, non-erosive reflux disorder, and for some reason watermelon really does horrible things to it. So I'm going through with the sassy pink, just darkening up the rest of this branch here. Leaving those open define areas. I'm just putting in a little bit of shadows between the leaves. And whatever veins I can put on the leaves that actually look like leaves. True. That is true. Ah. Good to know, Ghost. Like I said, I like green olives and I like the pimento ones. So I just can't remember if they're on my no-no list. I'll have to look. Green olives with pimentos. Oh, they're on my no-no list. So I'm going to go through with the bubble gum now. Bob says they're on my no-no list. Just going to come off of that darker area there. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I'll have to take a look and see what they call that and see if it's on my no-no list. Because if I can just buy that, then I don't need to have the olives that are on my no-no list. Don't ask why they're on my no-no list. There is a ton of things on my no-no list that the doctor has no exclamation for. Yes, pickled foods are good for the gut. Absolutely. I like pickles, and they are not on my no-no list. However, pickles that are pickled with sugar in the brine are on my no-no list. And guess what most pickles have in their brine? Sugar. Alright, so I'm going to switch over to the main camera so you can see how this is going to look. And of course I will continue on this branch and the rest of the canopy. The background is going to be all blue in different shades of sky blues. And of course I will do the birdies back there with some black. And then it will be all done. So that is how it's going to look when it is finished. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yogurt and that sort of thing is really, really good for the gut. But only if it's fermented for the right amount of time. Yes, I make my own. I make my own with honey. Nice. I love Karen's books. Love them. They are absolutely wonderful. She is just such a great artist, and she is such a sweet woman that, who couldn't be enabled by her? She's just special. All right, so before I go, I purchased something which is Emmy's fault. So I promised Emmy that at some point I would do a flip through of it for you. So where did I put it? Emmy, did you come steal my books? No. So this is Emmy's fault. And we will go a little bit further over time just to do a quick flip through of a book that Emmy encouraged, enticed, made me buy. So I don't know what this book is called or who the author is because I can't read any of it. So Emmy, what is this book called? Because I know that you know the book's name. Yay, something is Emmy's fault. Yes, Draw You in My Mind. Yes, that is it. Because I forgot. So inside the book, and it took me a while to realize that all of the pictures in this book are actual pictures drawn of little dollies. And they're really pretty. And it's all Emmy's fault. So there are two different books from this artist that are available on Etsy. And of course, I bought them both. This one is smaller than the other one. And I love the fact that you have an area on this side to put your color combinations and notes and that sort of thing. I think that's really cool. Not like I remember half of my color combinations, but yes. Yes, it is your fault, Emmy. But that's okay. I don't mind. It's a really pretty book. Very, very well drawn. I do believe they're Korean. I purchased them with several other books from Etsy. Thank you, Shannon. Um, well, of course, the primaries. And then, you know, I would get the base primaries and the base secondaries. And then just a few light ones in the mix, black and white and that sort of thing. Some of these pictures are just really, really cool. Well, all of the pictures are really, really cool. But then there's a couple that have things in it that you recognize right away, which is really cool. Like this one. It's really cute. And then it changes slightly to this one, which is, of course, the Beauty and the Beast. I love Teapot. Just so many cute, cute, cute pictures. And here's one for Shannon with all the lovely sunflowers. And this one. And that is that book. and the other one done by the same artist that I purchased. And Shannon will have to tell me the name of this one too, because I can't remember the name of it. Is this one? Shannon, what's the name of this one? Draw a lovely you. Thank you. And this one's a little different because it has each picture on the opposing page colored. And the drawing is a really, really light drawing. So when you color over it, it's very easy to remove the lines a bit. This one's really cute. And the paper in this one is really thick. The other one has really good paper too, but this one just seems to be thicker, if that makes sense. And they've got a couple of different ones that are fairy tale ones, like this one is Snow White. I'm not quite sure what this one is. And at the bottom of each page it has a little bit of writing there, which probably tells you what the name of the picture is. That's possible. I love this one. It is so pretty. I just love the way the artist did it with the multicolors in her eyes and her hair. That's just so cool. It is just so cute. Now, in these books, I do notice that a lot of the characters are crying. Not quite sure why, and they all look a little sad. Ah, awesome. See, she's crying. Treasure Island. Move my eraser. Maybe yeah, that works better. Well, eraser was in the way. And I love this page because this was one of my absolutely favorite books growing up. Can anybody tell me what book this is? I know Shannon knows it. You enable cute books, yes. Nope. That's it. Yeah, that was Charlotte's Web. I love this one too. I love all the different colors that she used in her hair and in the water lilies. It just looks so cool. And Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. And this one. Huckleberry Finn. It's a really thick book too. There's a lot of pictures in here, which is great. Then we get a Halloween one, or the Day of the Dead, whichever. And this one looks like a spring one or an Easter one with the Easter bunnies. And then we have Pinocchio, the school play. Not quite sure what this one is, but it's cute. The two guys in the background are a little creepy, but it's cute. And then we're starting to winter stuff. This one's cool. I like this one too. And then we have some sunflowers. I like this one too. The butterflies and the fairies. And that's pretty. Love the roses. And this one. And then on the back few pages here, there's no colored version of these, but they're really cute. There's this page. And this page. And this one. And this one. And that's the end of the book. So there you go, Emmy. Those are those two books that I told you I would do a flip through of when I got them in. They are available on Etsy, and I will post the link that I purchased them from. You can more than likely find them anywhere on Etsy in multiple different stores. All right, with that, guys, I would like to say thank you all for joining me today, and thank you for hanging out for as long as you did. Until next time, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to every YouTube artist that you enjoy. Not only does it help them and help us all with our self-esteem and enjoyment of doing the videos for you, but it also helps out our analytics where YouTube will actually send new people to visit us. And of course, always, always, never forget to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye bye for now.